Hey everyone, OKS Gamer here. This video is going to be a little bit shorter. We're going to do an unboxing of the ONEXPLAYER 3 that just came out with the Intel G3 Extreme. Okay, so let's start off with some of the accessories. So they sent out a few of them. The first one is the controller case, and this is actually for the smaller controllers. It's a hard shell case, so it's going to keep your controllers protected. If you squeeze it, like, it will move in a bit, but you're going to have to put a lot of pressure to really do any damage. So let's take a look at what we get inside. And what we have here is we have a little D-pad. So that means we can swap it out. And these smaller controls, we've seen them before. They're actually the same as what we have on the original X1, as well as the X1 Mini. And that's these little guys here. So it has the same rail system. So these will fit on your ONEXPLAYER 3, which is great. So if you have a previous device, you already have a spare set of controls. So what we get is a pair here and a swappable D-pad as mentioned before. So we're going to leave these for now and we're going to check out the next accessory. Next, we're going to take a look at what is called the controller base. I've been calling it the controller bridge. And what this is for is basically to connect your controls if you want to play tabletop or possibly docked. You're going to get a little paper here with a QR code. This is, I'm guessing, for your manual. Quick setup guide, so if you need some instructions, make sure to keep this. As well, we also have some more information as far as how to use the controls. I would keep this just in case. Sometimes you need to put it in like a programming mode to calibrate. This is just something that you're definitely going to hold on to. And see, it even begs you not to throw me away. So how could you do that to it? All right, so here is the controller bridge itself, and this is one that I'm kind of excited about because of a new feature that they've added, and that new feature is actually a little trackpad. So we're gonna get to testing that out later in another video, but for now, I just wanna show you how this bridge works and how it looks. We can put on the small controllers for now. It's compatible with both the small controls as well as the larger controls that come with the device. So they just snap on, and then at the back here, we have a little storage thing here for a USB-A dongle. So this is what you can plug into your handheld if you want to use this wirelessly. The nice thing about this is you can actually use it with other handhelds as well, something that we'll test out at a bit of a later date. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other accessories. Next up, we have the keyboard. So this is actually a nice improvement from the previous generation, and I'll show you exactly why in a second. Now, I talked about this in my first impression on-site review, but this has a really nice material. I can capture a little bit better here because I have my cameras set up the way I like them. So nice to see this improvement. The keys also feel pretty good. It definitely is an improvement from the ONEXPLAYER 2. This feels very similar to what we had on the X1 Mini. And honestly, it doesn't feel like it's as cramped. And I'm not sure if that's just me, but anyway, it does seem like it's an improvement, but we're going to have to put it through its paces to actually verify that. And now on to the ONEXPLAYER 3 itself. So what you get in the box is you're first going to be greeted with this QR code. This is also for your instructions. So, if you're not sure what to do for some of the setup, give this a scan and see what it can do to help you out. But after getting past that, we just have a couple of things in here. It's pretty straightforward. The first one is your charging block, which is, we'll take a look at what the specs are. I'm guessing it's going to be 100 watts. So you have your USB-C to USB-C cord, pretty standard. It's a braided one. And then when we take a look at the charger, you just have one single USB-C port, and these are the specs. Hopefully you can see these. But we can see here that it is a 100 watt charger, just like I suspected. So yeah, you can use this, or you can use probably any other 100 watt charger like Ugreen or Anker, any other brand. Next, we actually have the device itself. So that's just in this nice little bag here. And this is the ONEXPLAYER 3. But anyway, beautiful device. I had taken a look at it, like I said earlier, but seeing it again in studio is really nice. I can get better angles, better shots, and really give you an idea of what this device actually looks and feels like. So as mentioned in the first video, this thing is lighter than I expect every time I pick it up. And honestly, that's because I'm used to my Apex. And I also have a case on my Apex, which makes it even heavier. So comparing these two, there's quite a significant difference. But great device, feels great, the controls are really comfortable, and honestly, it feels like they keep improving each iteration, which I'm happy to see. So let's put away the case and I'll go through a couple of the accessories really quickly. As mentioned earlier, the X1 controls from the previous generation, these smaller guys, are actually compatible on here and vice versa. So let's do a swap here. I'll take the control off of the ONEXPLAYER 3 and put it on the bridge, and you'll see how nice it actually looks. So I have to say that having the controller on here looks a lot more natural than it does with the mini X1 controls. So when we put this on here, it looks nice, feels nice. For me, my hands are medium to large size, and the joysticks controls are really accessible here. They don't feel like I have to reach in an awkward direction. Even getting to the trackpad is kind of nice. Obviously, I need to test how the trackpad actually is, but we'll take a look at that in the future. Controls themselves feel really good. These actually feel like an improvement compared to the Apex. I found the Apex were a little stiff sometimes, but these press fairly straightforward and easily. Trigger stops are still pretty good. You have the micro switches or the full throw if you're wanting the full analog experience. But yeah, overall, it's a very light experience with this bridge. The bridge you can actually charge, so it does have a battery in there so that you can play this wirelessly, and you could do something like this and then play your games with the USB dongle. So yeah, it looks better with the large controls on here. I think it's actually a great accessory. Now, using the small controls on the ONEXPLAYER 3, I'll show you what it actually looks like and then describe how it feels. I have not tried this yet. Okay, and here it is with the small controls on it. It does look a little strange. It kind of reminds me of the original the X1 Mini. Although it looks like it should be very top heavy or bottom heavy, it actually still feels pretty good. Like, it seems pretty balanced somehow. It does look a little strange as far as the balance goes. But yeah, it's definitely a playable experience. If you have smaller hands, this is probably going to be the way for you. I do find these joysticks do feel a little bit looser than the larger one, but it really is depending on your preference. Controllers are also, they feel like they haven't really changed. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you know more, but these do feel like they carried over the controls from the X1. This D-pad is swappable, as we saw with the other one. We can have a cross style, but I honestly kind of prefer the dish. So yeah, you can use it with small controls, although I do think it looks better with the large. And of course, we have the keyboard accessory. It clicks on fairly easily, just magnetically attaches. Just want to make sure that it's secured. And the one thing I'll say is, again, it feels like there's a magnetic attachment at the top. Like, I can definitely feel there's a magnetic pull, although it doesn't always stick. So it feels like it needs to be a little bit stronger. Now, I don't know if this is something that'll be fixed in the retail units. This is a prototype that I have, so perhaps it will be, but I'm glad that they're at least moving in that direction, because having this magnetic hold, like we saw on the Asus Z13, is a really nice feature. But I have to say, the keyboard being on here, protecting the screen, is kind of nice. And one last thing I'll quickly show you is how the ONEXPLAYER 3 looks beside the Apex. So the Apex looks very, very similar. It's a very similar style device, although you can see that the Apex is a little bit smaller because we have a larger 8.8-inch screen that's also OLED, where on the Apex we have an 8-inch IPS display. So it's a little bit shorter and a little bit less wide. This one, though, with the battery backpack, as well, I also have the liquid cooling module here, so that it adds a bit of weight too, is definitely a big chungus. The ONEXPLAYER 3 definitely feels lighter. Of course, you got to think that we don't have the liquid cooling or the extra weight from the external battery. So keep that in mind. That's probably a large contributing factor. But overall, I have to say my first impressions, first pickup here, having it at home, is that the device, it's pretty nice. I'm looking forward to testing out the game performance, so I'll be doing some videos on my second channel, Okayish Gamer. Check those out, and I'll be continuing to make some content on the ONEXPLAYER 3. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.